Hello there, and a huge welcome to this video series designed for people with long-term health issues, including long COVID, perhaps a chronic condition like MS, and with disability. I want to talk to you today about chronic pain. It's something that I've experienced since 1983, since I had a really serious ski accident. I know that many of you who are listening to this are struggling with chronic pain. Often the answer that we are offered is to take drugs, and there are times when that's absolutely appropriate and the right thing to do. Indeed, I was on fentanyl patches for 17 years, and for the most part, that helped me. However, it got to a stage when the fentanyl patches weren't working, and what I was offered was just a higher dose, and I decided I was going to do something very different. But even with the fentanyl patches, what they did is they deadened the pain to some extent, but they never got rid of it. So I've learned many strategies over the years to help me deal with chronic pain, with or without medication. And there's lots of things that you can do to help yourself. One of those is to remember that the mindset, if you're focusing on the pain, that's all you're going to feel. But if you distract yourself by looking at other things that you can do, by being grateful, by recognizing that you are more than that pain, you can help yourself. And for me, work was a great distraction. I took it to the ultimate route, never do anything by halves, such long hours and so hard that I actually made my condition worse. I'm not suggesting that you do that, but find something that you're really interested in. There's loads of good stuff on YouTube. It doesn't cost you a penny. Go and listen to some podcasts or some TED Talks, but make sure that you're looking at stuff that's positive. If you focus on the fear, you will feel more pain. If you focus on what you can't do, it will deplete your sense of self and you will feel more pain. There are all sorts of other things that you can help. Meditation may be the thing that works for you. I've got a couple of strategies that I use myself, and I know that other people have found them really helpful. So I'm going to talk you through it as if you were experiencing it. And you can always then turn this video on that will help you. So visualization and guided meditations can be really helpful. You don't have to see what we talk about. I'm very good at grey fog, but you can just allow yourself to let your imagination take you where you will. Always set the intention that you are going to be in a perfectly safe space. So I want you to imagine that you are in a forest and you're in a clearing, big clearing in the forest, and there is the most beautiful lake. You're going to need to use all your senses. So what can you see? Imagine yourself lying in the lake. It's warm. It feels like a gentle, warm bath. You know that there are no nasty creatures, that there's nothing there that can hurt you. And as you look up, I want you to imagine the skies blue with beautiful white clouds that are just moving lazily across the sky. Look around at the forest and look at the different versions of green. And I want you to spend some time thinking about the shape of the leaves, the colour, the texture. Can you see flowers? On the top of the lake in the distance, there are the most beautiful water lilies. Have a look at those. Perhaps there are birds flying in the sky. You can see insects lazily flying past. Use your sense of sight to really clothe this. And although you might be using this particular video to do the exercise, take some time. What can you hear? Can you hear the water lapping? Can you hear the buzz of the insects or the call of birds? At one end of the lake, there is a waterfall. It's a very gentle waterfall. It's absolutely beautiful. And at the other end, you imagine it's an infinity pool, and the water is going down the cliff into the river below. By the edge of that infinity, there are magnets, and those can be whatever size they need to be. What does it feel like? Can you feel the warm water? Can you feel the sun on your face? Can you feel your sense of relaxation. And I want you to just allow your muscles to tense and then relax. Can you feel yourself breathing? What can you smell? Can you smell the perfume of frangipani and other flowers? Can you smell the freshness of the forest? Can you taste that water? Imagine the freshness of it. And I want you to take yourself to the waterfall and just scull your way, or the water's very shallow, you can walk your way, and put yourself under the waterfall. I want you to stand and allow the gentle water to wash over you, rather like a shower. And I want you to set, first of all, your permission levels and allow yourself, give yourself permission for this to work. Set the intention. I'm going to send all of my cells back to perfect default factory settings. And as the water comes over your head, I want you to imagine that it's washing away your pain, washing away your illness. And as you wash it away, so the magnets by the side of the infinity drop are pulling that away. And if those magnets are little and not big enough, then just imagine them growing till they are big enough. And let that water just wash things away. And as it washes away, imagine replacing all of that hurt and that grunge with beautiful bright light. And you choose what color that's going to be: gold, silver, rose, turquoise, or green. And allow it to just give you that sense of calm and peace as it washes the pain away. And for some people, that will simply be enough. But if you have a block to letting go, I want you to imagine a screen, rather like if you've gone to an outdoor cinema, and put a symbol on that screen that represents the block to letting go of the pain. It could be anything. It could be a wall, it could be a hammer, it could be just anything. It could be a coloured box, it doesn't matter. You can't get this wrong. Then set the intention of sending that block to the magnets. Just allow those magnets to draw it out. Not worked? Set up an image of a block to the block and send that. Not worked? Put up an image of a block to the block to the block, and your unconscious mind will fight you until suddenly it thinks, oh, I'm bored with this, and it will let go. And that block which has stopped you from feeling comfort, from feeling less pain, will go. Allow the water to fill you up. And as you do, and you feel calm, just recognize that out of that, you are in more control, that the pain has eased. Might not take it away completely, but it's eased. And this works great if you've got a migraine, or you've got period pain, or that you've got pain because you sprained your wrist or your ankle. But if, like me, I have several different pains that visit me every day, I'm woken up most days by a sense of real burning on my torso. It feels as if I'm incredibly sunburned. That's my start to most days. And I take myself into this exercise and I allow the cool water to just soothe that feeling of pain. And very soon, the pain has gone enough for me to fall back to sleep or to get up and start my day. I'd love to know if this works for you and if you're having challenges with it. So please email me at gina@genuinely-you.com and let me know. There are lots of other strategies and I'll be sharing those in other videos. So take care and see you in the next one. Bye bye now.